First of all, Drexel is, I think, a really good team. I thought that coming in there, I think they're even better than I thought. And, they were an NCAA team, so it's pretty good. But they're really well coached. They really moved the ball. First half, we gave them too many easy open looks. Second half, we changed our rotation a little bit defensively, which we should have been able to do sooner. And we got to the shooters and made them take tough shots. And until the end there, we played a really, really good half of basketball. And we want people to press us, and we ended up making 2 horrific turnovers against it. So that's something we'll work on, make sure we try not to do that. But our defense, our defense was really good in the second half. I don't think our rebounding was as bad as it looks, but we just got to do a little bit better job there. But you look at things this way: we're playing a smaller trapping team or trapping type team, so you're going to give up some rebounds the way we play. And the key is they have 20 turnovers, we have 15 steals. So at the bottom line is the only thing that matters is the cumulative number. We're -4 rebound, we're +9 in the turnover categories, which I'll take every time we play. But you are going to get some situations where you get out-rebounded because of the defense and how we're trying to extend it, push out. But, again, we can take that. The big key is our defense created a lot of turnovers, and our 2 or 3 turnovers were at the end of the game when they didn't matter, but you still shouldn't be there. But, again, they're a good team. They're well coached. They made 7 threes the first half, 3 in the second half. This is better. But I thought we got to the basket better. They weren't going to give us a lot of looks at the three-point line. I thought Jimmy and Buddy got into the lane and Cole got into the basket. And I thought Jesse and Frank were good in terms of the defensive end and the offensive end. I thought they did a really good job. They changed some shots. Again, I thought they were really solid, but there's a lot of things we can get better at, and that's what you have to do when you start out the season, try to get better. But this was a really good team and a good game for us, and we have a few days to practice, and Colgate's a really good team coming in. And then after that, they're all good. So that's how you get better. Questions?
Jim, there was a noticeable uptick in defensive intensity in the second half. Can you tell us?
I don't know if it was intensity, but we played better. We moved better defensively. We switched our coverage, covered it better. I don't think we played any more intensely. I thought we just covered better. We just adjusted and got, when the ball went to the high post, we found the shooters. They were using the high post to pass to the shooters. In the first half, we allowed that. In the second half, we were there. And for the most part, didn't let them get the shots that they were looking. And now, when they don't get that shot out of the post, the shot clock's running down. It's in our favor, and they've got to do something else. So, but I think it was more the adjustment in terms of making sure we got to the shooters better.
You mentioned you were disappointed you didn't get there earlier, didn't make that adjustment earlier defensively. Are you talking about your veteran players?
No, we just all needed to make a better adjustment. Everybody, me, players, everybody. We just needed to adjust a little bit better. We did. But they were smart. They were real clever at what they were doing. It takes a while sometimes.
Second half on the offensive end, a lot of kind of curl action for Buddy in the middle of the lane. Is that just the matchups that you saw?
Yeah, and they were trailing him, so he can get in the lane. He's got a smaller guy on him. No, that's his shot.
Coach, it seemed like you were relying on Jimmy to create his own shot. How important is that?
I can't hear you. I cannot hear you.
It seemed like it was important for Jimmy to create his own shot in the second half. How much are you going to rely on that down the stretch and really for the rest of the season?
Jimmy, well, I still don't know what you're saying.
It seemed like Jimmy was creating his own shot a lot.
Well, he can put the ball forward, but he can too. So they're a team that doesn't help. They're pretty good on the initial screens where you're trying to get people open. They're good at that. But when you get it, you can make a dribble play against them, and that's what we tried to do more. And that's true of Joe, Symir, Buddy, and Jimmy and Cole. We want them to make those plays there. They're pretty good defensively, guarding the initial set, the initial play, and then you have to make a play off the dribble then.
Jim, was part of the second half defensive adjustment that Jesse was going to have to take care of the high post?
Yeah, he was back a little bit, and they were using the high post as a passer, so he could stay back more. That could free up our forwards to go out a little bit more. But we did that a little bit in the first half, but we didn't do it as well as we did it in the second half. It wasn't as much a major change. It was more or less just making sure you were getting there. In the first half, we did it.
Jim, can you speak to Cole Swider, how he's coming along in your opinion?
You know, they're going to play him the same way Buddy gets played. He's not going to get any open looks. You know, he's going to have to put it on the floor and find his shot places. There will be some situations where he'll get some open looks, but Joe and Buddy and Cole are not going to get looks. That's why Jimmy can put the ball on the floor and get into that area because. And Benny can do that too. He's got to figure it out. He started out the game with a couple jump shots, and he can get into the lane on these guys and get easy baskets. So, you know, he's got to work on that. He's got to figure that out. But they're not going to let Cole get those open looks out there, and he's adjusting. He's putting the ball on the floor. I think his defense has been really good. He had 5 steals tonight. You know. I think he's getting out, you know, but he's played 8 minutes a game his freshman year, 10 minutes a game his sophomore, 17 minutes a game last year. So now he's going to get into a place where he's going to play 30 minutes, and it's an adjustment. It's completely different than what he did for 3 years. It's not the normal. Sometimes transfer a guy who's a good player, makes scores and everything. Now he's going someplace else. He did nothing for 3 years, and now he's got to be able to figure out how he can score, when he can score, and he will. He's a really good shooter. He's I think 2 for 10 or something from the 3. He's not getting really good looks. He did get one wide open look tonight and missed, but it'll take some time, but he's working really hard, and he'll figure this out. You know, I knew coming in Jimmy would be able to get opportunities here the way they're guarding people, and he figures out how to get in there and get his opportunities. But we've got to move better. Our bigs and Benny and Jimmy have got to, when Buddy goes to make his play, or Joe or Symir, they've got to get positioned down there better. We got 5 offensive rebounds. That's not good. We need to get more offensive rebounds. What this team did is what a lot of teams do. They're making us put it on the floor, making that guy shoot, and the other guys are just blocking out. So when that happens, we've got to do a better job of working to get position on the offensive boards. The last one that Jimmy got was an example for our big guys. Somebody made a move, and Jimmy kept working, and they missed, and Jimmy got the rebound. You know, that's where our big guys got to be going. They got to get those rebounds offensively. But I think they had a good game. I think defensively we figured something out that helps us. But every game's different. The next game it'll be a different attack, and you have to make those adjustments. We just didn't adjust enough early to get to the shooters. It's not like we changed everything. We tried to get them to do it right away, but we just didn't do it. In the second half, we did. All right.
Jesse and Frank combined 14 points, 10 rebounds. Jesse and Frank in the middle. Can you get more from that?
No, I mean, that's good. I'd take that every night. Take that every night.
Their development together, combined, I mean, how much better are they this year?
No, I take that every night. That's good. It's really good production.
I mean, Coach, on that note, in the past you've said Jesse wasn't ready now?
Listen, forget about, I say a lot in the past, all right?
Basically what I'm wondering is, what has he been doing different now that he's essentially...
He's a year older, he's 10 to 15 pounds stronger.
What did you think of the way the point guards played today?
Yeah, I thought, we did, until the end there, we were good. We just were really bad at the end. Symir's got to learn, things, and he'll again, we're putting him in situations where he's in key situations. He will be in all year, and he hasn't done that in 2 years. So he's got to learn. I think he's got to get to the basket. He did. He's got to find when he can get his drive. If they're not coming off to help, he's got to finish. And he did that once in the first half. He's got to do that and get in the lane, make plays, and be good defensively. Joe was really good defensively in the second half. He was a big part of all that. What we were doing, deflections, steals. I thought he was really, really good in the second half. But again, we have to get better. And after a couple of games, that's what every coach in the country is saying. We need to get better. We beat a really good team fairly easily in the second half, which is not that easy to do. And I think we learned some things and, won the game. That's good.
Coach, what can Benny Williams improve on as a freshman? He was held scoreless today.
Pardon?
What can Benny Williams improve on? He was held scoreless today.
He's just got a lot. He's got to work. He's got to learn what we're doing. He works on his shooting every day, but he's not a good shooter yet, and they're going to give him that shot. So he's got to either drive or he's got to hand off with somebody and then get it back going to the basket. And when he gets his chance to drive like he did, then he's got to finish. He got 2 really good drives and took a pull-up jumper when he could have gotten to the basket, and the other one he could have gotten to the basket and he threw it away. So when he gets in those drive situations, he's got to capitalize on them. He made a great block. He played better defense in the second half. But, again, when you're not making jump shots at forward, it's difficult to have an impact on the game. It's difficult. But he works on it every day. He's getting better. But, again, he's got to just keep working and working through everything. We're fortunate that we got 2 fifth year and a senior at the forward position, which not many teams have. That's pretty good to have that.
Coach, how do you think Jimmy looked at center tonight?
Well, we didn't do it very long, so it's just that might happen sometimes. But we wanted an offensive set, and we didn't get into the one we wanted to. That's something we're still learning. We're coming out of timeouts. We had 3 new players out there, and they didn't get in the right set. So we'll have to figure that out better. The one thing that we miss is when Marek was in there, he would, in those situations, he took the ball out of bounds. He knew where to go against the pressure. Instead of turning it over, we would have had 2 extra baskets there. So we got to learn through that. In the half court, he was really good at spacing the floor and handling the ball up top and making sure. He made a lot of plays. A lot of things happened for us that helped us win games. So, Jimmy can do that. We're going to have to figure out how to do that. Cole and Jimmy and the guards have to make those things happen. But these are all things we got to work on and get better. We'll get better as we go along. Okay?
Did you say in your opening statement that you wanted teams to press you?
Well, we wouldn't mind if we're smart. Yeah, it creates easy shots at the other end. If we don't handle it well, then we don't want teams to press us. We'll see it.